Serj, always a pleasure. Welcome back to Studio G on your lonesome. Great to see you, man.
Great to see you, brother.
Baby, my baby, let me know because you love me, you love me. Let me go, you're my lover, you pay me twice my size, and on your knees you lay in my thighs. Take my hand and let's end it all. You broke our little bones on the boulders below. Take my hand and let's end it all.
The record, you played a majority of the instruments yourself, pretty much produced and wrote, well, you wrote everything yourself, did it in your studio. I mean, this has been a labour of love completely, hasn't it, from start to finish?
It has been a very organic record to make, and you know, just did it as a composer instead of as a band, because it was just me, and you know, started with like piano or acoustic guitar, and then programmed drums around it, and then built all the other layers, then replaced most of the drums with live drums.
Wicked.
And so it's kind of like topsy-turvy way of doing it.
It's a bedroom record, man.
It's a bedroom record.
It's a bedroom record.
It is.
Isn't it beautiful that we live in this day and age where you can decide you want to make an album and just do it?
It's awesome.
You know, just load up the equipment and get started. Was it, were there times when it was a bit lonesome, and not in like a traditional sense of like, where are my boys, because I'm sure that was the case at times, but also, you know, when you get in the creative process and it's quite a lonely place to be, you know, because you're not necessarily bouncing ideas off people all the time and stuff like that.
Yeah, I have a really good engineer friend of mine, Dan Monty, who also plays guitar on tour with me, and so I'd bounce ideas off him, and it would just be him and I, and you know, it didn't really get lonesome because my studio is right next to my house. If you know, if it's not going anywhere, we take a break, we go have a dinner, hang out, have a glass of wine, and you know, you're at home. It's very comfortable, and then when you're inspired, you're back working.
Nice. So it's like a prefab building on your property next to like your home. So it's just like
it's kind of like an old converted garage that I extended out. It's like a full 1,000 square feet.
Oh.
Full pro studio, drums, everything mic'd, full console, everything.
Man.
Take my hand and let's end it all. You broke our little bones on the boulders below. Take my hand and let's end it all. Broke our little bones on the boulders below, and while she fell, I delightfully sang.
It's kind of like a rock opera kind of vibe. And I layered everything as a composer because I didn't have a band. I wasn't recording drums first, kind of thing. So I did it all differently, and the tones are different, and there's so many layers to it. And I just thought, okay, let's see how it comes out, and it came out the way it came out.
It came out great, man. I mean,
Thanks,
there are moments when you're listening to it, it's like you think, I don't know how you made that work, but it works perfectly. You know? Do you know what I mean? There's so much going on in there, and sometimes when you're throwing all these ideas into the mix and you don't self-edit well, it's hard.
Yeah.
But that just flows, and the record, I think, you know, as you say, lyrically and thematically, but also musically, it's a fantastic solo body of work, man. So congratulations on that, without a doubt.
Thank you very
She
much.
took my hand and I let her go. She broke her little bones on the boulders below. Took my hand and she ended it all. Broke her little bones on the boulders below, and while she fell like snow.
The first song that you dropped for us that we played on the radio was The Unthinking Majority, right? And you said that it was important that you released that first and that you had kind of an idea as to why you wanted that to come out before the album came out. What was the basis of that?
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to make a statement, an actual social statement, not just put out a record. The beautiful thing for me about putting out this record has been not just releasing an audio record, but like a new experience, you know? I mean, that's why I did a lot of it myself, from songwriting to producing to, you know, putting it on Surgical Strike. It's like experiencing something new for the first time. Everything I'm doing differently, whether it's the photos or the interviews or the marketing ideas, and everything comes from my office, Surgical Strike's office, you know, to share with the label, with Warner and our partners in this case. And it's a whole different vibe. You know, it's exactly how we want to do things, where the business reflects the creative, not someone else representing you from the business side that's totally selling widgets, you know.